channel 3. So, I figured I'd follow along in suit in concert with the other YouTubers that are making videos from their cars, from their minivans, from their mobile homes, and such. And I'd like to say, kids, I've been inspired. China 3's been reanimated, let's say, to I know it's been a long time, and been reanimated to be less triggered, let's say. Okay, so been watching some videos, and they've inspired me to be a little bit more to change my delivery a little bit from being so aggressive with the seniors, and being more objective. Live and let live. Obviously, there's no euthanasia yet. Euthanasia is not something that I can request from Google yet. But eventually there'll be there's a like button. There'll be a euthanasia button. So when someone gets too old, and the kids want to take them off social media, there'll be a button for that. Don't worry. It's not old people that are gonna make the new internet, kids. So we got Michael Dade. We got Lift a Veil. We got Defango. Defango's really struggling, kids. Okay, he's over there. He wants to be back in with the squad. But the only problem with the squad is they operate with the, kind of thieves law, once you rat everyone out, they don't want you back. They're not going to trust you to not rat them all out a second time. So back last year in around May 23rd, Defango ratted out Cicada 3301 and Thomas Schoenberger and all the people that he worked with. And so we're a year later into that scenario, and Defango wants to have people on his show, and they don't want to go, and he thinks, they want to go on other people's shows more than him, and he's getting upset. So I just want to say that Defango's following the life of Kappy. So basically, Defango and Kappy and Quinn have a similar lifestyle. So Defango as well is a full-time YouTuber that can't make it on his own, kids. So he's living up in the Sierras with Sherry, who's already seen the police or the sheriff at her house one time. So how long will that love affair last? I don't know. Hopefully Defango gets his act together and he gets himself an apartment, and he figures out a better way to do YouTube that doesn't involve the same handful of people pushing the same garbage stories. That's all. And unfortunately, Defango wants to be part of the fabric of YouTube, but when you go and double cross all your partners that are crooks that work here for full time, and then you also backstab all your fan base, and you tell them that you were basically making the Cicada puzzles that you were solving, and you're a straight up liar, and you were doing it for their own good because you wanted people to be more interested in the puzzles. It just doesn't fly. So the fact that people don't want to go on the guy's show, it's understandable. It's understandable. Whether Unirock's going to do any better, whether they're too similar, well, they come from let's say they come from the same place, okay? Defango and Unirock are gamer channels that have transitioned to be what's left of the truth movement, and along with Richie from Boston and people like that, they are James Munder and Liam X-Mail, the guy that went triggered, and all these people are the representatives that are representing Google or YouTube for Google. So let's just hope that Defango Triggers doesn't take walks in Sherry's neighborhood with his smartphone doing live streams. Okay, that's very ghetto. That's friggin' trailer park. Okay, so let's try and keep it classy, like I'm gonna do with the rest of my live streams. I'm gonna keep it classy. I'm gonna try and keep it fun. I've been exploring the idea with a few people about I don't know, what is it? Getting more live streaming it. So we'll get back to you on that one. But as for Thomas, God bless him, man. I mean, the guy is losing it a bit, kind of. So, obviously, Unirock and a bunch of people know this guy because he's a mainstay on YouTube. And hopefully he'll untrigger, man, and stop with the cyber stalking of, people's families and exposing their information. I mean, if you can't show your face and you're embarrassed to show your name, which, Thomas, you're not necessarily, but at a certain point, man, you gotta stop with the family trolls and the trolling people. And nobody's doing that to your kid. Nobody's doing that to your family. And Monograph, it's the same thing. And Freddie said that we're gonna have a show, Freddie and the Sheriff. And what's gonna happen on that show is that I'm not gonna talk about Monograph, and it's gonna be a perfect show, unlike everybody else's shows, where I don't know if it's just me, kids. Is it just me, or are these guys, Corsi, Monograph, David Steele, are they getting old? I mean, are they getting too old for YouTube? That's I'm putting it out there, okay? Now, not to offend anyone, so with respect to the Kappy scenario, the Kappy theory as it goes, he may have been pushed, he may have been killed. I have certain people that I have faith in that, and if they have different opinions and they think that there's no way Kappy would have committed suicide, well, I don't have any way to disprove that. So let's see how it all pans out. To me, it sounds very bizarre, and obviously I'm in the auto LARP camp, but at the same time, I don't want to offend anyone. If people are saying in my chat, that they were at the scene and they drove by and Kappy was all bloodied up before the box was over him, before the truck ran him over, I mean, let's just, that's a possibility. If you want to make a video and you have some evidence, maybe people will believe you. I'm highly skeptical that this story revolving around these people would not be fabricated. Do you know what I mean? I'm very, very skeptical that this is all a coincidence. Okay, that's it. And, if you tell stories, eventually that falls apart, man. That don't last forever. So I'm happy to just sit around and wait a couple days. I have a feeling that either by Christmas time, they're going to try and reignite the Kappy LARP, because they want all the kids to go home and talk about Kappy's, Kappy trails. Okay? So when you go home and you talk about the Kappy trails on Christmas and about Clinton eating babies and about all this pedo, Pizzagate, Donutgate, Voodoo Donuts, all this stuff, I mean, your parents just disown you. They don't tell you they disown you, but they disown you as a person that they can go to for good sound advice, that your head is filled with craziness, and that's the intention. So they make these stories seem, my opinion is that they make these stories seem possible enough that if you're young and you're impressionable and you really believe these people, or old and you've given money and you're LARPed in, you know, you're roped in, you've donated $500 to Defango or Lift the Veil, I mean, you must believe their stories. So when other people come around and talk about how this can't be so, that can't be so, well, it's offensive to these people. So I don't want to offend these people anymore. I want to get around YouTube. I want to promote people making money on YouTube. You know, not, you know, confrontation therapy, tough love. Not really. And I think a friend of mine said it best, you know, I don't really like people that want to say terrible things to me or to people in my comment section or on the subject matter. And if you do want to say terrible things, just go make your own video. I don't find that's going to be, you know, I don't think that's going to be part of 2020 YouTube. I just... So we're going to have a good time, kids. Hopefully I'll find myself on a couple good live streams with Freddie. And I'll reach out to a couple new channels that I've been, you know, watching and been really enjoying, and introduce you to some new people, some new points of view, and some new subject matter. And you know what? The best thing to do on this crazy website is to, you know, see things from a different perspective and from a few different people at the same time is probably better than less. And, you know, there's no, you know, the thing is, if you're teaming up with people to hoodwink or to scam people, well, that is not going to work. You know, you're going to end up like the rest of them. But if, you know, if you're getting together and you're sick of YouTube PvP hell over here with the old seniors and you just want to ignore them, well, that's probably the direction I'm going to be heading. And hopefully along the way I'm going to collect a few good souls, and maybe I'll you know, not wake up and wish my channels were deleted. Okay, so you know, part of YouTube is that everybody enjoys themselves. And, you know, these trolls that have been trolling me since 2016 and that troll other people now and that are active on the server, and they don't even call themselves trolls, but they don't make any MP4 content, they don't make any videos, they just talk. Those people, I mean, at a certain point, they gotta look around and recognize that the system is designed for everyone to facilitate Google to advertise on their content. And if you stand in the way of every good person from, you know, monetizing, from doing anything that's constructive, from any type of benefit except for your channel, so you can have all the benefits and can have everything, well, then you're just gonna have people like me that'll stick around here and be so toxic that even the channels that Monograph is protecting have suffered in the last 2 years since I figured out that Monograph is part of the squad that cyberstalked my father since 2016. So that's it. You know, God forbid Monograph, you know, goes to sleep and doesn't wake up. I am going to be such a nice person on this website. I will forgive most of the seniors, okay? I'll certainly forgive all the seniors that never trolled me, that Monograph is trolling me with my father, and found it exciting, or found it, you know, found it funny. So, 2020, baby. It's right around the corner, summer 2019, and yeah, FK and Freddie, man, look for me on the live stream. Me and Freddie, we're gonna do it. Thanks for watching. China.